Anyway, red lights are on, racing about to get underway. In the VSG Crypto Championship, out go the lights. Good start then made by Justin Griffiths from the outside of the front row then. Has he got the advantage over Jack Kingsbury? No, he's not, as they head down towards Clervaux corner for the first time. So it is Kingsbury leading, Griffiths in second place. One or two cars using quite a bit of curb through Clervaux corner. But I think they're all going to make this way through the first corner and through Hawthorne as well and onto the chicane. So it's the sort of grey car that's leading of number 3, Jack Kingsbury. It looked like it was still Lewis Richardson in number 7 that was the best of the 182s. Yes, there it is, the sort of red and black car with the yellow mirrors on it. He's in 4th position, so he's actually made up one place but still leading his class.
Yes, absolutely. Obviously, fantastic start from everyone. Kept it nice and clean, what we like to see. And obviously, coming through Tower Corner now, down towards the Jim Clark S. So obviously, this is one of the quickest parts of the circuit. It's also one of the most specific parts in terms of the positioning of the car, the positioning of your steering wheel, and exactly the line that you want to be taking. You have to get it bang on. So far, they're all through that corner completely okay. So coming through Barcroft into Sunny Inn now. So yeah, everyone's starting obviously nice and gentle. Don't want to make any mistakes. Don't want any contact. Don't want anything to go wrong in this first lap. Like we were saying earlier, you can't win in the first lap, but you can most definitely lose it.
See there, the number 31 car of Chris Page. It's great to have Chris back on the grid this weekend. Had a big accident at Castle Combe last year. We're very pleased that he's back on the grid for 2025. Coming up towards the end of the first lap then, it is Kingsbury leading. Griffiths in second. Up the inside goes the car you were keeping an eye on the green flag lap. That's the 56 car of Chris Lawrence, who was the champion a couple of years ago. He's doing battle with number 12, which is Matt Hipkins. Then a battle over 6th position as they come through to end the first lap. Kingsbury leading by just over 3/10 of a second at the end of lap 1. Griffith second, Ransom third, Lewis Richardson fourth. The one that lost out on the first lap was Nick Harrison. He dropped down to 5th position. But the two leaders, as they turn through Hawthorne, still nose to tail, Kieran.
Yeah, 100%. And this is really where we're going to see that headwind coming into effect now. Because obviously Jack Kingsbury is going to get all of that wind straight into his windshield, whereas Justin Griffiths is not. So you see, he's closed up quite a lot, but he's just not quite close enough to make any kind of meaningful impact. Meanwhile, in the background, Lewis Richardson obviously had that fantastic start, and he is being caught by Nick Harrison. They were, I believe, side by side going into the last corner, with Lewis Richardson just being able to defend his position. But you've got to wonder, obviously, with that older car, it's probably only a matter of time before Nick Harrison has a good enough run to perhaps have a go at him.
Yeah, and second place within the 182 class, the Class A, which is designated by the pink icons on the timing tab for those of you watching live stream. That's Mark Ridout in number 92. He's the driver that had several wins in the Coupe Cup for the Hyundais last season, about half a dozen wins that he had. Meanwhile, the top 3 overall, all of them the 197s, are right together as they turn their way into the complex for the second time. Kingsbury it is that is ahead. We heard Matt Higginson, I think it was, in the F1000 race saying actually, it's a relatively easy circuit to defend that, so he's trying to do that. But up the inside for second place goes the car of Darren Ransom. He's alongside Justin Griffiths now on the exit of the hairpin, but I think Griffiths has just about managed to fend him off. Meanwhile, there under pressure, Mark Ridout from the number 12 car of Matt Hipkins for position as well. Meanwhile, Ridout's got ahead of Hipkins, so it's the two 182s together of Lewis Richardson in 7, Ridout in 92, and there is the Ridout car under pressure from Hipkins.
Yeah, 100%. Nick Harrison managed to get just to cut in through the last corner of the complex just before the final corner on the circuit, and it just meant that obviously going on to start-finish rate, Lewis Richardson was now right in front of Mark Ridout. So yeah, so overtake there from Nick Harrison. So now he's got to try and catch up and get onto the back of Darren Ransom. But as I say that, he's been attacked by Lewis Richardson. So ooh, 316 there.
Mark Enoch is out of the race. It looks like he's stopped. Yeah, over the chicane, he has stopped. So whether that's a mechanical issue, he's picked up some damage possibly that we couldn't see. Not quite sure, but that's not in a great position. It's just on the tarmac runoff area by the chicane. So there's yellow flags covering that at the moment.
He's out the car though, that's, yeah. So probably mechanical by the looks of it if he's just walked out straight away. So yes, there we go. Obviously, you'd like to see him out of the car, that's good. It doesn't look like it's going to be a massively difficult place to recover from, which is good.
Hopefully. Meanwhile, look, there's the 12 car of Hipkins. We just saw him attacking Ridout there for position, not for class position. We're getting the safety car, by the way, as you can see on the timing tower. So safety car will be coming out at the end of this lap, which is a shame because the leaders are absolutely nose to tail as they come up towards the end of the third lap of the race. They see the yellow flags, though some of them back off more quickly than others, but now they are now being controlled by Jack Kingsbury. The safety car, the McGann, is back on duty, I'm pleased to see, this weekend at Croft. So Renault's all the way, and that is going to pick them up and lead them around this fourth lap of the race.
Yes, absolutely. into that final corner complex just before before they got round onto the start-finish straight, and obviously the safety car. Chris Lawrence in the number 56 and Matt Hipkins in the number 12 were side by side going into that final corner. Chris Lawrence on the left-hand side, Matt Hipkins on the right-hand side, and yeah, obviously just got to the yellow flags, and Chris Lawrence just about had enough to stay in front of him. But I can imagine, come the restart, Matt Hipkins is going to be like, right, you are going behind me after this.
Now, the one we lost, of course, there was Mark Enoch in the number 316, the 28-year-old from Cheltenham in furniture sales. He's been racing for a couple of years. He's part of the VSG racing team run by TMC, Matt Sherrington's concern. It's a new car, that one, for 2025, but sadly it's not got very far through its first race. A driver that's made a bit of progress from the back of the grid because he qualified out of session is Jack McConnell in the number 14 car. He's climbed up to 15th position. The 29-year-old from Belfast is a senior electric vehicle test engineer. Been racing since 2010, mostly in karts. He's a mechanic as well. He's part of the JRM racing team, which is him and his father Richard, essentially the two key men behind that. So he's made a few places. Also, so has number 18, Mark Witherington, the 41-year-old from Melton Mowbray. He's an Autosmart franchisee. Started out his racing in MGBs, actually, back in 2007. He's also done Track Day Trophy and Giro car. And he's part of the JG Racing crew with a car that was built in 2020 and bought by Mark in 2022. So he climbed from up to 14th on the grid, or 14th in the order from his earlier position. So there's the 316 car. Looks like it's been hooked up behind the Ford pickup truck and will be then taken into a position of safety, possibly the Pollen halfway down the straight towards Tower, the old start and finish straight here at Croft Circuit, and on the old pit lane side of the track.
Yes, and I think if they're already they're already moving now. So theoretically, the start-finish straight, well, they've got the safety car obviously going down there at the moment, so they've just gone on to the next lap. Theoretically, they should be racing next lap because I don't know which gap they're going to tow the car out of, but I can see there's one that it's just about to pull up to, so it's possibly going in, slowing down. So I think they're just about to head off the track now. So theoretically, this time around now, we should be going racing in a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, next time around,
I think so.
So I think with that car pulling off, the safety car will get a bit of a wriggle on, and we'll hopefully to then maximise the amount of racing minutes that we have left. 6 minutes and 40 seconds. It's going to be probably 5 minutes something, I would think, left by the time they get back around, which is probably going to be 3 to 4 laps of racing, depending on exactly when it comes through.
Yeah, 100%. It's what nice as well. There's a lot of people actually here watching. There's a couple of people up on the banks at turn 1. As you can see, some people down here on your right-hand side of the screen on the live stream watching from the fence. Behind us in the commentary box, there's a hill full of people as well watching the last corner complex as well. So there's a lot of people out here watching, which is always good to see.
No, great and enthusiastic local support here at Croft as well. I think it might be the first car race meeting of the season here, actually. That they'll be enjoying. There's lots more for them to enjoy, including 750 Motor Club. We're back again in September with some different categories, so we look forward to bringing those to you in a few months' time. So safety car leading them around. The circuit is now clear. I can see the pickup truck is on the perimeter road now, heading back towards the paddock where that car can be hopefully fettled, ready for the second race, which is later on this afternoon. It was due to be about 4:30, but we had a slightly delayed end to the lunch break, so we were a bit late going into it. So it might be more like 5 o'clock by the time the second race gets underway. But either way, there's only sort of 2 or 3 hours for the team to work on that car.
Safety car lights are off.
That's promising, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
So safety car is going to pull away. In the hands now of Jack Kingsbury. It's a question of when he decides to get his foot down and go for it.
I think he's gone already, and Justin Kingsbury is right behind him. He is not wanting to let him get away, and obviously Darren Ransom is right there as well. But here we go, on to the start-finish straight, here onto the restart, and Justin is just having another look, but he just tucks back in behind Jack Kingsbury down towards the first corner. Yeah, I think he's just managed that restart to perfection. A bit behind him, they're trying to battle, but again, I think everyone going to the first corner is line astern. There's a couple of people just having a bit of a look, but no major moves happening.
Yeah, there was just under 5 minutes to go when the green flag was waved to get the race back underway. So I think they're going to get 3 laps out of this, because the best lap of the race is about a 1:40 as things stand. It's still Kingsbury that is ahead in number 3. Griffith in number 55 is second. Number 30, Darren Ransom, is third. They've already dropped a little bit the 111 car of Nick Harrison, and behind them the two 182s are right together. What have you spotted, Kieran? On
the rear left of Jack Kingsbury, the bumper is flapping. So I wonder, has there been a touch of contact? Because it may have happened just before the safety car, but it looks like the bumper is just flapping a little bit. I wonder if one of the camera operators can have a bit of a look. See if we can have a bit of a check of that, actually. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. It doesn't look it's going to be too much of an issue for Jack Kingsbury, but he's definitely going to want to have a look at that before the next race, because you don't really want the bodywork flapping out when you're going flat out around the corner.
No. We saw a shot there, Kieran, of the two 182 leaders, the Class A leaders, Lewis Richardson and Mark Ridout together in the 7 and 92 cars. But look, there they are, just being to the back of shot now as they come into the complex. But there's still not a lot to choose between the 3 overall leaders. The 197s here, 3 Jack Kingsbury, 55 Justin Griffiths, and 30 Darren Ransom. They make their way out of the final corner. Still with Nick Harrison there in 4th place. There's 3 minutes and 8 seconds to go. So yes, it's going to be 1 more lap to go at the end of this one, 2 laps to go, including this one, Kieran.
100%. And Chris Lawrence and Matt Hipkins resuming their battle from before the safety car. They can see, there we go. And we've got Matt Hipkins just looking up the inside, but not quite. Chris Lawrence has his measure. He just sticks around the outside, has the supreme confidence under him in that Clio, and just stays in 7th place. Before, they were, I mean, you can see, obviously, Lewis Richardson and Mark Ridout are just absolutely battling right in front of them. They were 4 in a very, very close queue. But Matt Hipkins had a bit of a go at Lawrence, and they obviously then just dropped back from the class leaders. So here we go, Matt Hipkins up the inside into Tower, and Chris Lawrence just sticks it around the outside. I think he's actually managed to keep the position. That is amazing, but it does mean that Matt Hipkins is now right on the back of Lawrence, going through the Clark S's. There's nothing to choose between them at all. And this is what we love about Clio Racing. They can just go flat out, and they are millimetres away from each other.
Absolutely. Great battle it is then for 7th and 8th position. Chris Lawrence, the 2023 champion, when he was in Class A in one of the 182s. And points are scored, by the way, within the individual classes, rather than based on overall finishing position. So you stand an equal chance, really, of winning the championship, whichever class you're in, whether you're in the more modern, slightly heavier cars, the 197s or the 182s. And having said that, they're really evenly matched. Up the inside, I can see out of our window, came the number 12 car to challenge 56 Chris Lawrence, but Hipkins couldn't quite make it through there. Meanwhile, we're following the leaders as they are about to go on to their final lap, and it is still Jack Kingsbury leading. What is the gap as they come across the timing line to complete lap 7? It's 0.4 seconds, because Griffiths has just done the best lap of the race, a 1:38.860 there for Justin Griffiths. He's in the best lap of the race to close the gap on the race leader as they go on to the final lap.
100%. I mean, he just gains, about 0.3 of a second or so. They are line astern now. You can see them just in the forefront of your screen there, coming down the back straight towards Tower. I don't think he's close enough, unless Jack Kingsbury makes a mistake. I think he may have this, because there's just enough of a gap. He's just getting enough of a run out of each corner. But going through Tower now, Justin Griffiths is right on the back of him once again.
Yeah, as the battle goes on in the 182s as well. There's Chris Lawrence with Hipkins behind him, and also Joshua North in the 35 car. He's in a podium position for the 182s, by the way. Half a lap to go for the race leaders then. Up through Croft they now go. That bumper is flapping, but I think the scrutineer has had a look at that from trackside. I think he's happy for that car to continue, which is just as well, because there's only a third of a lap to go now. It's Kingsbury still from Griffiths, and I don't think Griffiths is going to be close enough to make a challenge, unfortunately, from his point of view. Down into the complex for the final time. The time is counting down. A bit of curb taken by the leader. That's the last thing he wants. A little mistake to settle the car, and it's really tight. And off has got in the background the second place car from Class A, number 92, Mark Ridout, has had a spin. He's got nose on into the barriers, so I think Lewis Richardson is going to survive to win that class. But up to the line goes the race leader, and the checkered flag goes out, and Jack Kingsbury it is that gets the first win of the season in the VSG Crypto Clio Sport Championship. Second place goes the way of Justin Griffiths. Third place goes the way of Darren Ransom. There, without the bumper now, is the car of number 92, Mark Ridout. So he's lost out on second place within Class A, which has gone to Lewis Richardson, the winner. It's Joshua North second. Chris Page has taken third, and Ridout was eventually fifth in Class A. But I think you saw what happened there, did you?
Yeah, so basically what happened was Lewis Richardson was on the the right-hand side, on the outside of the corner. Mark Ridout was on the inside, and it just closed basically two cars into one, and somehow Mark Ridout on the inside just got bumped off onto the grass, and obviously once you're on the grass you are a passenger, and unfortunately he ended up in the barriers. So definitely a shame for the class leader there to end like that. But out of our commentary box window we can see the three leaders, Jack Kingsbury, Justin Griffiths and Darren Ransom, going side by side in towards Tower now. Just congratulating each other and congratulating Jack Kingsbury on the win. So fantastic work obviously by all three of them.
Yeah.
Go on, sorry.
I was going to say, yeah, Kingsbury, who was second in the championship in 2023 and won his class last year, getting his first win of the season. Let's get confirmation of that now, I think, if we can. As the last car just going across the line, that of Steve Foxford, he takes the check back. So, yes, confirmation of that win at the end of 8 laps of safety car instructed racing. Jack Kingsbury, the 197, taking the honours. Number 3, 55, Justin Griffiths in second place, stood a 7/10 of a second behind. Third place to number 30, Darren Ransom, who was 1.3 seconds off the lead. Fourth to number 111, Nick Harrison. And after that late incident, number 7, Lewis Richardson, taking the honours in the 182 class, Class A, number 7. He was in 5th place overall. 6th was 56, Chris Lawrence. 7th was number 12, Matt Hedkins. Then second of the 182s was Joshua North, number 35, in 8th place overall. And then it was last year's champion, number 72, Pete O'Connor, as he sort of settles into a new car. And then Chris Page rounding out the top 10 in car 31 and completing the Class B podium. Then Jan Whittaker, James Gahagan, Mark Ridout after his off, and Jack McConnell was 14th. 15th was Mark Witherington, Jerry DePrato, Gary Baton, Matthew Poncia and Steve Foxford were our finishers, with Mark Enoch the one retirement from that race. So good entertaining race for the Clios. They are able to gain later on this afternoon and again tomorrow for their second and third rounds of this year's VSG Crypto Clio Sport Championship. Great racing that we had. That just a shame about that late incident, wasn't it, between the two Class A leaders? Yeah,
100%. I mean, they were battling really hard throughout the entire race, and obviously, we were focusing on the leaders primarily because there was 3 of them, and they were really nose to tail. It's obviously a shame that we missed what happened, but it's even more of a shame, obviously, that it ended like that. But it just goes to show that they are really pushing out there.
Unfortunately, I don't think there was too much damage done. It was fairly light contact with the barrier after some side-to-side contact, so I'm sure we'll see Mark Ridout again for the next race, trying to make amends for that and go after the win in the 182 class later on, maybe. Well, I can see cars heading down the pit lane now from our commentary position. Tom Butterworth is ready in pit lane, and we're going to hear from him now.
So welcome back to the pit lane. The VSG Crypto Clio Sport Championship. Jack Kingsbury took victory there. And Jack, when you look back at the results page, it's going to look like it was really comfortable. Pole position, lights to flag victory, nice little safety car in the middle to break it up. But it seemed like it was anything but.
Oh, that wasn't an easy race at all. Justin was on to me. Ransom was there as well. I was hoping that they would catch each other up and then I'd walk away with it, but that wasn't the case. Just happy with the result. It was a good race, and I'm looking forward to plenty more of it.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Good luck for race number 2, which comes on later in the day, and congratulations as well on your victory. So we're just going to grab Justin Griffiths. Justin,
hello.
Checked into Slipstream City there.
Yeah, just a little bit. Jack made his car extremely wide. There's just nothing I could do. He was so quick in a straight line, I just couldn't pull him in down the straights, and round the corners I think I had a little bit of pace on him. I think the setup might be a little bit better than his, but he was doing such a good job at defending. There was just no way around him.
It's difficult here as well, unless you get quite a lot of overspeed, using the slipstream. You get some nice long straights here, but it is a bit tricky, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I've never really noticed a benefit of any slipstream in these cars. It's strange to say, but I don't know, maybe it's just I got a weak engine, or I don't know, but the slipstream never seems to really play a part in being able to get anywhere nearer to overtaking. And like you say, it's so quick round here, unless you've got the pace the whole way, then you're a bit of a stuck boat, really.
I've come up with a solution. What we'll do is we'll cut a little hole in the floor and we'll Fred Flintstone it out the hairpin.
That sounds good. I'll put a seat and you can come and help.
A little bit of extra boost coming out. Let's see. Thank you. Cheers. Darren. Lewis. Apologies, Lewis. Right, so Lewis, you were the Class A winner, is that correct?
Yeah, I believe so. I don't know if I've got it secured because I had a bit of contact on the last lap, but the screwing is going to see the footage, so I'm not celebrating too early, but hopefully I've got the job done.
Provisional.
So
so you didn't get the damage, did you?
Yeah, the side of the car's pretty stoked.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go and have a quick look and
side of the car's pretty.
See how we look at. Oh, yes, yeah. Indeed.
So I mean, I feel like I left enough space, but that's for the stewards to decide. So I'd like to give a big thank you to Fuse Metrics, Beanie Sport, my friends and family which are here, and it's been a pretty hard fought, that one, hard fought.
Yeah, very much so, and apologies that I missed the incident. I was sprinting from the commentary box down to do these interviews, so I normally miss about the last half of the last lap. So we'll have a quick chat with third place Darren. Darren, another check-in member of Slipstream City as well. How was that one for you?
It was all right, yeah. Well, I think we had a bit more pace in the front two, maybe. It's just hard to pass around here, and that's so good. But yeah, I enjoyed that. It was good. Good start to the year.
Great stuff. All right. Well, there is. That brings to an end race number 1 for the Clio Sport VSG Crypto Clio Sport Championship.